In the late 1970s, during a cleanup of an abandoned Cold War bunker in Nevada, a small research team found something that didn't belong to any known biological category. It was stored in a sealed metal tray, hundreds of tiny, shriveled raisin-like pieces. The scientists joked at first, calling them Kishmish, but the humor ended the moment they realized the pieces reacted to human presence. Whenever someone leaned close, the dried shapes twitched, just enough to prove they weren't completely inert. Under microscopes, the Kishmish pieces revealed nerve-like clusters, small branching structures that looked disturbingly similar to fragments of a brain. They weren't plant, animal, or fungus. They were something else entirely. The researchers tried isolating a few pieces, but by morning, the amount inside the original tray had nearly doubled. No food source, no moisture, no heat, yet they multiplied. Officials sealed the bunker and ordered absolute silence, but strange events soon spread across nearby towns. People reported nightmares of small dried shapes crawling across dark floors. Pets went missing. Radios crackled with faint tapping sounds. A sweet smell, something like dried fruit, floated through homes for no reason. Locals didn't know about the bunker, but whatever was inside it seemed to reach them anyway. One night, the facility's alarms went off. Security teams rushed to the storage room, but the tray that once held the Kishmish pieces was empty, not removed, empty, as if the organisms had simply left. The guards' weapons were found on the floor. There were no bodies, no footprints, no signs of struggle, just a thin layer of sticky residue on the walls and that same sweet scent lingering in the air. The project was shut down instantly. Files were buried under the code name K-77, but among the few who knew the truth, the nickname the Kishmish files stuck. The substance was never found again. Every trace of it vanished. Decades later, in 2020, during a digital archive review, a junior analyst opened a corrupted file labeled K77C. The footage was grainy but clear enough to see a steel table in a dark room. On the table was a pulsing mass, hundreds of Kishmish-like clusters moving together as if they shared one mind. The mass expanded outward, almost reaching for the camera before the screen cut to black. A single line of text appeared. It imitates food until it finds a host. The analyst resigned the next morning, claiming he heard faint clicking sounds at night, like seeds rubbing against each other. He said a sweet smell followed him from room to room a month later. He disappeared without a trace. Investigators found his apartment untouched, lights still on, his phone on the table. The only strange detail was a small smear of sticky residue near his bed. Most conspiracy theories fade because they sound too impossible to believe. But the Kishmish files never faded, they were forced into silence. The organism was never classified, never identified, and never destroyed. And according to the last unredacted line in the report, the final conclusion was simple and terrifying. The substance is still missing.